We finally had an outlier month, guys. This is groundbreaking. I completed more things in August than any other month. I completed more than 4 things. This is great. Now, were they all dramas? No. Were they sometimes short movies or something? Yes, but I'll take it. I'll take it at this point because I can't be averaging 4 things a month for a year because this year's just weird, as I've said. Like, I always feel sad that I only complete 4 things. Did I get more stuff off my current watch list? A little bit. Did I start and finish more things in August? Yes, because a lot of them were movies, but that's beside the point. The point is, I had a fantastic August month in terms of completing things. Did I like everything I completed? No, but I'll take it. I'll take it. If you are new here, this is everything that I completed, every Asian drama that I completed, in this case, Asian movie, Asian special, Asian variety show, everything I completed watching in the month that just ended, aka August. So stay tuned for my mini reviews and ratings of everything I completed, and maybe you'll get some recommendations out of it. Let me know in the comments what you have completed this month, if you've seen anything that I'm about to talk about, what you might rate them, and maybe what you might check out given these ratings. First thing I'm going to talk about, I'm late to this, but I watched it and I completed it, and that is Kpop Demon Hunters. Yes, I finally watched it. I don't know why I waited so long. I really don't. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. I loved the concept. I loved the story. I thought the music was quite catchy. I'm still listening to the soundtrack. I don't understand why I had hesitations of starting this because I'm a Disney kid. I grew up loving Disney. This should be right up my alley. And for some reason it took me a month and a half to actually click play on it. I don't understand what took me so long. I love this. I love this. It's not perfect. I did downrate it a bit, but I love this. I love the aspects of Korean culture you get into it. I love the nods to the K-dramas. Shout out Business Proposal. I love Business Proposal. I highly recommend that Korean drama to anybody. I love like the choreo, like they went all in when it came to K-pop and the choreo and the songs and the sets and everything. I love that they also showcased what it was like on surface level, what it's like to be an idol, like the good and the bad, and what they could possibly be worried about, like anxiety and things. I thought this movie was relatable in many ways to many different people, which I can see why a lot of people like it and why it is very popular. I downrated this for 2 reasons. One, there was some unanswered questions I had at the end of the movie, which I hope they do a sequel. Rumor is they're doing 2 sequels and maybe a spin-off. So maybe they'll be answered in that. I also thought the pace was really fast, like too fast. Granted, I don't watch many movies anymore, so maybe I'm just not used to watching movies anymore, but I thought the pacing was really fast. And I was like, oh, we're already here? Oh, this is already happening? Okay. I gave this a 9 out of 10. K-pop Demon Hunters, highly recommend. I don't know why I waited so long, honestly. Next thing I completed was something that was off my current watch list that I really should have completed earlier, and that is Reset. This is a Thai BL drama that was airing on iQIYI. I rated this a 9 out of 10. I loved this Thai drama. Again, not perfect, but you watch this for the main couple, and the main couple did not disappoint. They were fantastic. One of my favorite things from this Thai drama. The acting was great. I also loved the 2 support characters, Tada's assistant and Armin's manager. I loved how they supported their relationship. It was great. Them as like 4 people, as like a friend group, great as well. I did a longer review of this Thai drama on the channel, so you can go back and watch my full-length review of that. I go into more detail. I did not rate this a 10 out of 10. I wish it had a second couple. It did not have to be the manager or the assistant, but I wish it had a second couple somewhere. I understand that the main couple was the main reason of the story, so it's understandable why they didn't have a second couple, but I wish they did. Also, the revenge could have had a bigger impact. It was satisfying, but it could have been better. And lastly, I did have a couple unanswered questions with the time travel aspect, especially when it had to do with Tada. Minor things. Still 9 out of 10. Love the main couple. Highly recommend this one if you have not seen this BL. Next thing I completed was actually a rewatch for me. This is the Korean drama Signal Season 1. I had not watched this drama for 10 years, almost 10 years. This came out in 2016. I rewatched it this year, and I think I didn't watch it until 2017, actually, because I didn't watch this as it was airing. I loved this Korean drama, and I still love this Korean drama. If you have not seen this classic crime Korean drama, please do. Please do right now. Also, the fact we're getting a season 2 after 10 years, please do. And you will need to watch season 1 to watch season 2. So please go and watch season 1. I still love the trio, our little trio that was investigating things. The acting is amazing and so good. The story, I forgot how well told the story is and how well written and paced out this story is. It was a masterclass of storytelling, in my opinion. It's also emotional. The fact that most of the crimes depicted in Signal are based off of real crimes that have happened in South Korea adds a little more emotion and depth to this drama that you might not get from fictional crimes. There is a reason why this is a classic Korean drama. There's a reason why it's beloved. There's a reason why everybody mentions it when they're talking about classic crime Korean dramas. I'm really curious what season 2 is going to look like, especially with how season 1 ends. I'm not doing spoilers at all because that would ruin everything, but I'm really curious what they're going to be doing with season 2, and I really hope it lives up to everybody's expectation because everybody has high hopes for season 2 because season 1 was so good. I rated this a 9.5 out of 10. I actually bumped it up from my original score. Nearly a perfect Korean drama, in my opinion, minus a couple things that I'm not going to mention because they're spoilers. Next thing, actually, next two things I'm going to talk about is kind of the same thing, so I'm kind of just going to rope them a little bit together. I watched Heart Signal Season 2, the Korean version of Heart Signal Season 2. I originally was going to watch this for a podcast episode, and then that got nixed and we changed it to something else. But since I was halfway through, I thought I might as well finish it. At this point, I've seen season 3 of the Korean version, now season 2 of the Korean version, and I've seen the first 2 seasons of the Chinese version. In my opinion, Heart Signal Season 2 Korean version is my least favorite of the seasons I've watched. None of my favorites got their wish at the end, which I don't expect everybody I like to get what they want at the end, but it's always hard to see when nobody I like gets anything. I mean, and for me, I have a track record when it comes to this type of stuff where I always choose the underdogs or people who don't end up at like happy at the end of these shows. But I never get 0. I always get like 1, maybe, that I care about, or 2. I rarely get 0. And the fact that this season got 0, I was a little like, seriously, nobody I liked got their happy ending? I was also frustrated with some people because to me, some people in this season led other people on. And it's always hard to watch when that happens. Like, I'd rather they just say, like, hey, I don't like you, and move on and let them date other people. So I did not like that. I also thought the season dragged a bit in places. It's still cute. It still had its cute moments. And I still got invested in people, clearly, because I was mad that when my faves didn't get the happy ending. But in my opinion, it could have been way better. And season 3 definitely is my favorite when it comes to the Korean version of Heart Signal so far. I have not watched all the seasons, though. I rated Heart Signal Season 2 a 7 out of 10. And then to tie that in, I also watched the 2-episode special that happened after Heart Signal Season 2, and I rated that a 7.5. I rated this a little higher because it was nice to revisit the scenes I liked. It was nice hearing commentary about it. It was nice getting some backstory with some of the things that happened in the show. But overall, Season 2 is not my favorite, in my opinion, compared to Season 3, especially, that I've watched. Season 3 is still my favorite. I'm a sucker for these dating shows, though. So if anybody has any recommendations on dating shows that I should watch, I know there's a lot out there that I have not watched. My goal is to watch all the Heart Signals from both China and Korea eventually, hopefully in the next maybe like year. Hopefully I can do that. We'll see. But I just happened to finish this one because I had already started it. It really wasn't planned. So there you go. I then completed 3 more things in August, and they're bad. They're all just bad. I am watching this for a specific podcast episode, which is why I didn't drop them, but I probably would have dropped them if I wasn't watching for a podcast episode. So Medical Examiner Dr. Chin the Survivor, I finally finished this. It was taking me forever because I wasn't liking it. You can skip this Chinese drama. Medical Examiner Dr. Chin is a really classic crime Chinese series, and I've seen now 2 seasons of the series and 2 movies at this point. Nothing has lived up to season 1 so far. I love season 1 of this show. I love season 1 of this series. And nothing has lived up to that. And so it might be my bad that I'm comparing these to season 1, but I really can't help it at the same time because they all are part of the same series with practically the same characters. So Medical Examiner Dr. Chin the Survivor. And I'm only watching things that are available where I live. So I know I have skipped some seasons. Like there's a season 2 I don't have access to. There's a couple like movie stuff that I don't have access to. I still have things to watch though that I do have access to. So I'm not done yet. But I completed Medical Examiner Dr. Chen the Survivor. You can skip this one. I rated this a 5 out of 10, and the only reason I rated it a 5 out of 10 is because the cases were interesting. What I didn't like about this season is in season 1, you have a famous trio. They're good, they have good chemistry, they tease each other, it's a fun time. The famous trio still exists in the Survivor season, but they are fighting all the time. It's not a teasing type fight. They are fighting. And I think it's for the stupidest reason because they tried to put romance into it. And it's not just like adding a 4th character and having that as a romance, which they did. No, they're trying to make it like a quadrangle. And I don't like it. You have Dr. Chin. He has this woman who's a separate cop, like outside of the trio, and they clearly have feelings for each other. They have an interest in each other. Then we have the assistant of the medical examiner of Dr. Chin. She clearly has a crush on Dr. Chin. And then we have the cop, the 3rd member of the trio. He clearly has a crush on the assistant. So we have the cop beefing with the chief medical examiner because the girl he likes him. Then we have the assistant beefing with the chief medical examiner and the cop because she clearly likes her boss and she's jealous of the girl that her boss likes, and they clearly like each other, and she's being really childish about it. And the chief medical examiner has no clue that either one of the cop or his assistant like him, like her, nothing. Like he has no clue this is happening. He's oblivious to this because he doesn't care. He doesn't have romantic feelings for either one of the 2 people in the trio. It was constant fighting and constant comments. And I was just like, really? Like, accept that they don't like you people. It was crazy, and I didn't like it at all. The romance also didn't really work. The acting was stiff. There was really no chemistry. It was just bad. I got bored. And I also knew who the big bad guy was going to be a good maybe quarter to halfway through the show. So that also left me bored because I was like, oh, when are these people going to figure it out? It was not good, and I got bored. And the only reason it's a 5 out of 10 is because some of the cases were interesting. Commenting more onto that, I also watched the short movies Medical Examiner Dr. Chin Fatal Novel and Medical Examiner Dr. Chin Blood Red Wedding. You can also skip these. I gave them a 3 out of 10. The only reason I watched them is for a podcast episode. Don't watch these. They're like a made-for-TV sort of feel, but in a bad way. The only reason I'm giving either one of them a 3 out of 10 is because the cases were mildly interesting they were investigating. There's no chemistry with the leads. No chemistry. There's no trio. His medical examiner assistant doesn't exist. It's just the cop and the chief medical examiner. They have no chemistry together. Neither one is set up like the classic season 1 that I like. Has lots of plot holes. It's not well acted. Also way too short. The story just was not written well for the length of the movie. One was like an hour and a half, and the other was like an hour and 15 minutes. They were not paced out well at all. With the Fatal Novel movie, I figured out the main guy right away because the story was so cliche. It was really not that hard to figure out. It was just bad. And also, both of these movies takes place in a series that are about medical examiners. There is like literally almost no autopsies in either one of these at all. It just made no sense. In the Blood Red Wedding, again, they tried to stick romance into this thing and it just did not work. It was unnecessary. I personally, this is going to be a tangent a little bit, but between season 1, the Survivor season that I watched, these 2 movies, I wouldn't want to date Dr. Chin. He has like 3 of his girlfriends have died due to various reasons. Most of them, his enemies killed them to get back at him. It's like, I don't want to date you. Like, I wouldn't want to be near you. That's just a side tangent, a little joke. But yeah, the romance just does not work. It does not work so far. Does not work. Maybe in other seasons, dramas that are more recent, but it just does not work. And I love season 1 of this series, and they're just not working out. The rest of the so far are not working out for me. So I would say watch season 1 and you're good to go. You get a gist of why this series was so popular back then. You can skip this Chinese drama and the 2 movies. Maybe the other ones I'll be watching will be better, but these aren't it at all. Also, if you are curious about my ratings really quick, 8, 9, 10, 8 and above are good dramas for me. 8 is good, 9 is fantastic, 10 is like perfect, great. I wouldn't change anything. 7.5 to about 6.5 are like meh, okay, like I might recommend them, I might not. Anything below a 6, I would not recommend, and I don't know why I finished them, really. That's my rating so far. I'm trying to be more harsh with my ratings, but I've been really light in my ratings. A lot of my ratings are 8 and 9, 10. Maybe that's me choosing better. Maybe not. I don't know. Let me know if you agree with anything that I've talked about, anything I've rated, anything I've watched. Let me know what you have completed in August. September is going to be interesting when I finish because there's a lot that I need to watch for podcast episodes, but also I plan to start. We'll have to see what I end up watching and what I end up liking in September. Let me know again what you completed in August.